Imagine a world where the US dollar no longer exists in physical form. No paper bills, no coins, just a digital token issued by the Federal Reserve, sitting in a government-approved digital wallet on your phone. That world might be closer than you think. Central bank digital currencies, better known as CBDCs, are being developed in over 100 countries, and the United States is no exception. The idea? A government-backed digital version of the US. Dollar that could change the way we pay, save, invest, and even how we're monitored. But what does that really mean for your money? Is this the next step in financial innovation or a threat to personal freedom? In this video, we're breaking down exactly what a CBDC is, why the US is exploring one, and what it could mean for your financial future. Let's keep it simple. A CBDC is a digital form of government-issued currency. It's not a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. It doesn't run on a decentralized blockchain, and it's not issued by a private company or project. Instead, it's created and controlled by the central bank. In the US, that's the Federal Reserve. Think of it like digital cash. You'd hold it in a government-approved wallet app. You could send it instantly, 24/7. And just like cash, it would be a liability of the central bank, meaning it's backed by the government, not by a commercial bank. CBDCs are not the same as your current bank balance. Right now, when you deposit money into your bank, you're trusting that private institution. But with a CBDC, your digital dollars would be held directly with the central bank, potentially bypassing the banks altogether. That's revolutionary and controversial. There are several reasons why the US government and the Federal Reserve are seriously considering launching a digital dollar. First, it's about staying competitive. Countries like China are already testing their own CBDC, the digital yuan. If the US doesn't innovate, it risks falling behind in global finance. Second, it's about modernization. CBDCs could make money transfers faster, cheaper, and more secure, especially across borders. No more waiting days for international wires. Third, it's about control. A CBDC could give the Fed new tools to implement monetary policy. For example, during a recession, they could airdrop digital dollars directly into citizens' wallets to stimulate the economy, something far harder with physical cash or commercial banks. Fourth, it's about financial inclusion. CBDCs could offer people without bank accounts a safe, low-cost way to participate in the digital economy, especially in underserved communities. So on paper, it sounds like a win-win, but critics aren't convinced. Here's where things get complicated. One of the biggest fears around CBDCs is surveillance. If all your transactions go through a government-issued wallet, what happens to your financial privacy? In a cash system, you can make anonymous transactions. But with a CBDC, every payment could, in theory, be tracked in real time. That raises serious concerns about freedom and civil liberties. Some fear that CBDCs could be used to limit how and where people spend money. For example, what if the government restricts purchases based on carbon emissions, location, or political activity? Others worry about programmability, the idea that digital money could expire, be frozen, or carry conditions. And then there's the role of commercial banks. If people move their money into CBDC wallets, banks could lose deposits, leading to instability or even collapse in the traditional banking system. In short, CBDCs offer innovation, but also invite intense debate about power and control. As of 2026, the US has not officially launched a digital dollar, but progress is accelerating. The Federal Reserve has run several research projects and pilot programs. In 2023 and 2024, they partnered with MIT and several financial institutions to explore how a digital dollar might function technically and legally. Meanwhile, the Biden administration and Congress have received reports from the Treasury exploring the legal implications of a CBDC. While there is no final decision, public pressure is growing, for and against the idea. In 2025, a limited pilot program was quietly launched with select banks and fintech firms. The goal? Test infrastructure, stress test privacy controls, and understand how users interact with digital currency. In 2026, public debate is heating up. Some politicians are pushing for adoption to fight financial crime and modernize payments. Others are calling it the end of financial freedom and demanding legislation to ban or restrict its use. We're at a turning point. and how the public responds could shape the outcome. Let's talk real life. If the US launches a CBDC, what would that mean for you? Payments would be faster. No more waiting for bank transfers or processing delays. You could send money instantly, even at midnight on a weekend. No more transaction fees for basic transfers. That could save families and small businesses billions each year. Government stimulus could be direct. In times of crisis, funds could arrive in your digital wallet instantly. No need to wait for checks or third-party platforms. But on the flip side, your financial privacy may shrink. Unless strict laws are passed, the government could have access to every transaction you make. Cash could lose power. If CBDCs become widespread, physical cash might decline, limiting anonymous spending. Banks could lose influence. You might no longer need a traditional checking account. That's good for some, but disruptive for the system. In short, a digital dollar could make your life more convenient, but it also asks you to trust the government more deeply than ever before with your financial data. The idea of a digital dollar is no longer science fiction. It's a very real possibility, and it's already being tested. CBDCs could bring faster payments, stronger financial tools, and better inclusion. But they also raise serious questions about privacy, control, and the future of traditional banking. So what should you do? Stay informed, read beyond the headlines, understand how CBDCs work, and most importantly, ask the hard questions. Who controls your money? Who sees your transactions? And who sets the rules? At Financial Depths, we believe knowledge is your strongest currency. If this video helped you understand the future of money, consider subscribing and turning on notifications. We simplify complex financial topics so you can make smarter decisions in a world that's changing faster than ever. Thanks for watching, and stay financially sharp.